My name is Demetrio Guerrero, and this is my story. Around the age of 33, I had just come off of a divorce and an injury and changing careers. I found myself an atheist, but still seeking answers. I started doing different research and studies in religion, science, and decided to do some meditating and some fasting. It was during a meditation session that I had an out-of-body experience. I was just in regular lotus position in my kitchen and noticing all the sounds inside the body, outside the body, and realized that I can travel throughout the environment or the universe, if you will. That was the first time that was able to happen, and throughout the next few weeks I started to go deeper into fasting and had some very crazy experiences where my life and many lives flashed before me in a matter of seconds, and I can see past, present, and future. It was very, very weird, and I started to question reality really hard. That's when I decided to do more research into this, what was going on, and found enlightenment, or the enlightenment process and journey. So I needed to find some type of material grasp upon what was happening and how this was happening, because I was basically getting tons of information downloaded into my brain or into my psyche, and was able to have powers, if you will, that I wasn't able to have before. And this was a 7-year journey after that point. I'm not sure exactly how long it took from the fasting, and we'll go over how I believe this happened, why it happened, and how it happens to everybody in life throughout some point in their life, at least before they die. I'd say at least 80 to 90 to 99% of people will go through the enlightenment process. Some people who might not go through it are those who are maybe lose their lives at a very, very early age, or go through some type of accident that doesn't allow that little bit of time that it requires. Like I said, it was a matter of seconds each time, probably, and the time actually stopped, so I'm not positive on how long it took. I used to say it felt like 3 weeks or 3 days, but it was a process that required lots of attention, focus, sacrifice, and trauma healing. It's all about trauma healing and learning or remembering who we are and how to be whole in who we are and with the Creator. So it looks different for everybody because we're born into the environment or the society that we are particularly in, and the household or the family structure, and that all comes with labels, identities, egos. And once that all strips away, we find that emotion is the only thing that we have, and emotion is information flowing, creating the life or the identity or the person that we call us. And in order to be authentic, we have to be able to allow the environment to speak to us, and our bodies to transfer the information into our psyche to feel whole, to feel complete, and to be healed with each moment that we pass and that we seek, if you will. So if you're wondering why somebody might need to have an out-of-body experience or be able to see the past, present, and future, there are many ways to describe or interpret this, but it's basically a matter of perception and being able to conquer or overcome fear and anger, hatred, insecurities, all those types of negative emotions that dominate the world that we tend to live. Basically, the way it happens is, and I think you have to be at an older age for this to happen, because a lot of it is memory or life experience that allows this to happen somehow. And this is trapped inside of our body. So each part of our body holds a little bit of memory, and the memory is not only from our environment, but it's also from our ancestors. If you noticed, we have the same DNA structure or body structure. Some of us have same facial features, same postures, and even like the same things without even knowing our ancestors from the past. But we are able to, our psyche is able to, our consciousness, if you will, is able to travel freely amongst the universe by way of memory and intuition. And I was able to do this with noticing the sounds and the senses. So the senses become extremely heightened during this time, and you are able to feel, see, hear, smell, taste, everything at a very, very, very high level, almost frightening level or disturbing level, and it's very confusing. Another thing that happened was I, after this, had amnesia, so I forgot a lot of stuff for a while and had to relearn even basic things like cooking eggs, brushing my teeth, putting on my shoes. And I remember having to use my different hand in order to open up different parts of my brain in order to see more clearly about what's going on with our own perception. And when I was able to flash through past, present, and future, the the ability to come out of body and go into other people's minds or lives and live their life, you can see their entire past, present, and future. Their experiences lead to every moment of your life and how they come together to what I call connecting the dots. Each moment creates another moment and another moment, and each emotion or perception that comes into our view or our senses actually affects our psyche, and it's a snowball effect to where we are here now in this particular moment, and why we feel the way we do, why we act the way we do, and so forth. And once you realize this, you will understand your purpose in life, your connection to the environment, to the cosmos, and where you will be most beneficial. I believe we were always here. We are always manifesting. We've manifested through our Creator, who we are, and our own lives particularly. We'll talk more about this scientifically and how, what happens after we die, where we were before, where we're going, etc. I appreciate you for staying tuned, and we'll go over how everybody's life experiences actually creates the, what I call, enlightenment process or enlightenment journey. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll be seeing you on the next one.